So once you have written down these notes, let's turn back in our packet, back to this page that has Algebra 2, Day 8 practice at the top. We'll be using the intercept form. So those are kind of two things you should look for to make sure you are on the correct page. Now I know that at this point, I'm getting pretty good at finding these values for these functions. A is the number that's in front of the parentheses. P and Q is what is on the inside of the parentheses, and remember that they are the opposite of what we see. So for this first example, A would be 1, P would be the opposite of this plus 3, so it's going to be minus 3, and Q is going to be the opposite of this minus 5, so it would be a positive 5. So for the x-intercepts, we're going to have 2 points. Remember, the x-intercepts are the points P0 and Q0. So we're going to have the points -3, 0, and 5, 0 will be the x-intercepts. And the vertex we get by doing P plus Q divided by 2, and then substituting that back in to the function. So P plus Q divided by 2, for in this case, we would get -3 plus 5 divided by 2. -3 plus 5 is 2, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. So for the vertex, the x value is going to be 1. Then we need to substitute that back into the function and solve. So here, if we get x is 1, we would have y equals 1 plus 3 times 1 minus 5. 1 plus 3 is 4. And 1 minus 5 is -4. So then we multiply 4 times -4, and that gives us -16. So 1, -16 would be our vertex. Now again, this is something that you could put into your calculator directly. This 1 plus 3 times 1 minus 5. But it's not too difficult to solve just by simplifying it as well. Then for our equation for the axis of symmetry, just like all the other ones, it's going to be x equals the x value of the vertex, so this would also be 1. For the y-intercept, it's going to be, again, a point where the x value is 0. The y-intercept is always going to start with 0. But then we're going to need to solve this function for when x equals 0. So just like we did for x equals 1 for the vertex, we're going to need to solve it when x equals 0. So we'd have 0 plus 3 times 0 minus 5. 0 plus 3 is 3. 0 minus 5 is -5. 3 times -5 is -15. So 0, -15 would be the y-intercept for this example.